Live from Studio 2A in PIX Plaza, this is the PIX 11 News at 10.
Because this isn't important enough.
Now, in addition to the firefighters and police officers who responded to the scene, there were many volunteers at the scene of last week's tragedy. Among those were members of the Red Cross's New York chapter. And tonight, they were given a special tribute at Bryant Park for their hard work. PIX 11's Marvin Scott with more on this part of the story. Marvin.
John, they're New York's unsung heroes. The multitudes of volunteers who are ready to lend a helping hand at disasters 24/7. And those volunteers certainly have had their hands full with a number of crises in the city in recent weeks. Well, tonight, they were able to pause for a few moments for quite an illuminating tribute. Before he got obscured by the fog, the top of the Empire State Building was bathed in red to mark the last day of March as Red Cross Month. A couple dozen volunteers gathered in the rain in Bryant Park to observe the lighting, seen as a tribute to all Red Cross volunteers.
The Red Cross has had a very intense week after the East Village explosion. Our Red Cross volunteers have been working around the clock, so this is a great moment to celebrate their commitment to our city by lighting up the Empire State Building red and thanking them.
Red Cross volunteers provided much comfort to those displaced by last week's explosion and fire in the East Village. Nancy Soto, a 14-year volunteer of the Red Cross, was at the scene for hours helping others.
Feeling in the heart is enormous gratification to be able to help somebody who's going through different ordeals, losing the house for a fire, being displaced from their families and not knowing with the loved one. Just being there for those moments that they need, somebody that they can lean to, that they can talk to, somebody that they know that they're going to offer some kind of assistance is incredible.
There are more than 5,000 volunteers in the New York chapter of the Red Cross. Many of them were there in the aftermath of that horrific fire that killed 7 children in Brooklyn. Mary O'Shaughnessy was at the scene of last year's building collapse in East Harlem. For her, she said, volunteering is a rewarding experience.
I think of volunteering as the way that I justify my use of oxygen every morning. I want to look at myself in the mirror, and the way that I sort of make up for whatever other failings I have as a person is that I look out for what I can do for someone else. And the Red Cross gives me that avenue to do that.
Certainly the joy of giving. Well, as you can see, the rain has stopped, but the fog has set in, and take my word for it, the top of the Empire State Building is glowing behind that fog. Brilliant red tonight, honoring the American Red Cross and its thousands of volunteers who are right now on a fire safety campaign, which includes installing free smoke detectors. That's a good deed indeed. Reporting live outside Bryant Park, Marvin Scott, PIX 11 News. Back to you.